The Leonard Brautigam is in my classroom?
Mm-hmm.
That compassion that he had made him see the best in students.
2 months.
2 months?
Yeah.
He was my boss, but it didn't take long for Leonard to become my friend.
Where does this go?
One of the kindest leaders I've ever worked with.
When I heard that, I was like, oh, that's the perfect place to name a school after Leonard.
What kind of a student I was.
The name Brautigam just embodies the kind of dedication and love that it takes to get kids to be successful.
My dad quit school because he had to work. At 6th grade, my mother made it through 3rd grade, so we were the first ones to even have a high school education, and they want us to also get a college education. And it wasn't because they weren't able or capable, it was because they were needed at home. My favorite class was Ag. That teacher's probably had the roughest reputation of any teacher in the school. He was probably my mentor and got me considering education. I was the baby of the family. Both of my brothers went to Sam Houston. I was a follower of them. They influenced me a lot. And Sam Houston had a real strong industrial arts program. Each spring of the year, Cypress-Fairbanks High School, and it was the only high school in the district at the time, had what they called the Industrial Arts Fair, and it showed the students' work. The teachers asked our professors if any of the students in the industrial arts program would come to Cypress-Fairbanks to judge the projects. I had never seen students do that quality of work, whether it was drafting or whether it was woodworking, metals. I said that's what I would want to do.
We both started our careers here as teachers in 1970.
Our paths crossed in many ways. Initially, it was as he was an assistant principal.
Leonard became principal in 1984 at Campbell, and I believe he was there almost 8 years. I think he left in 92 was his last year there.
When I think about what I knew about Leonard when we were both principals together is, number one, when he was creating a school climate, selecting the right teachers was so important to him.
As assistant superintendent for student services, he demonstrated that he has that knack to help families, kids connect along with the faculty to help them move forward in a positive manner.
Because we were shop teachers, the counselor sent us a lot of the struggling kids because they felt that we could make a difference with them.
And Leonard got the best out of him because he is a master and skilled technician when it comes to anything woodworking or metal or anything like that. So it was a natural fit in that regard.
He's always been hands-on. We're on the same deer lease. We call it the Brautigam Construction Company. I've done more work down there with that man. I'm his right-hand man when it comes to handing him tools and working with him. And I just see that carrying into the classroom with him. He wanted to work with those kids. He wanted to be successful.
The Brautigam Center is going to have more and more technology kinds of programs.
That's what the Brautigam Center offers to lots of kids that aren't necessarily college-bound kids, and then some who don't realize they're college-ready kids until they get over there and realize, oh, so I love, whatever the field is that they have their opportunity to work with there. If I go on to college, then I can do that in an even bigger way.
I had an English teacher come up to me and she saw one of the students' projects. She said, how'd you get in to make that? She said, I can't get him to do anything in class. And I said, well, he loves fishing. Have you ever talked to him about fishing? We talked later, and she said, I appreciate what you told me. She changed her approach with him. She got to know him personally, and he became a much better student for her.
Leonard always had his heart first with kids, and he always had his heart first for kids that were challenged.
He'll find a way to find out what ticks for that kid and to help that kid move on with interest.
He was a role model for the students and teachers.
He treated his staff like they were all handpicked. It didn't matter what his job was.
That's Leonard Brautigam. He's open for all, and he just wants everybody to do well.
When I was in high school, I was a follower. I just did what everybody else did. I wanted to be popular. I wanted to be involved. These kids at Brautigam Center, I think, are much more mature than that. What's important to them is get their education, get their credits, graduate, and move on to the next stage. They've got their plan made out, and that's what I admire about them. It's so neat.
When I heard that the center was being named after Leonard, the Brautigam Center, I thought, this district is brilliant.
One of the things that I think makes Leonard so perfect for the namesake for the Brautigam Center is the characteristics that I remember.
Brautigam has really gone way above in terms of any other campus I've worked with across this country that is called a school of choice, in terms of now, not just a choice in terms of academics, but a choice in terms of learning new electives, new pathways for their life.
Leonard Brautigam Center. I can't think of anybody else for that particular building that it would be more fitting to. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you, Leonard, and your entire family who I know have supported you throughout your career. You are so very deserving, and I commend you.
Thank you for still contributing and being a part of our community after all these years, and serving as a role model for students, for teachers, for principals, for all of us in leadership roles. Thank you, Leonard.
LB, love you, man. Thank you so much for helping me get past the opening stages of my career. It's kind of bumpy road at first. You stuck by me. I love you for it, buddy. And I'll see you at the deer lease.
Leonard, you're my best friend. When you asked me to come and to speak here, I saw it as a great honor, especially when I saw some of the other people that are going to be speaking as well, and I question why I'm there. My friend, I wish you the best of luck, and I want your school to be the best in Cypress-Fairbanks, and I love you, buddy.